In my presentation today, I have a bit of a mixture of everything. A
Yeah.
mixture of kind of what's kind of the course is all about, what the university is all about, a little bit about kind of the course that they'll be studying, and then I can obviously, if there's any kind of questions in terms of kind of tuition fees from a UK point of view, I can obviously answer any kind of questions with regards to that as well.
Okay, in
Uh,
that case, I think we should start. And good afternoon to everyone, dear students. Today with you, Mr. Ivan, Dr. Eric, and me. And let me introduce Mr. Ivan. If I'm pronouncing wrongly, I'm really sorry. Lehane. He's a international development officer, which is responsible for South Asia, Central Asia, and the Republic of Ireland from University of Sunderland International Office. Here we go. Now I want to give the speech to the Mr. Ivan. Good morning, Mr. Ivan.
Perfect, and good afternoon, obviously, to everyone who's joined today's call. Hopefully, you are all able to kind of see and hear me perfectly, okay. But if not, obviously, just mention it in the
It's
chat
perfect.
function. Perfect. So as you can probably guess from my background, this isn't superimposed. This is not a my work office as such. In the UK, no doubt, like yourselves at the moment, we are currently operating what we call a hybrid model of kind of teaching and I'm working. So some days of the week, I am at the university's office, working from my office. And other days, I am working from home. So what you can see behind here at the moment is my home.
It's okay. It's
in
okay. We
the in
understand the
the UK.
same situation in Uzbekistan in recent days.
Yes,
All of the
exactly.
students are joining the lecture today's session from distance. That's why we are doing a Zoom session. It's okay for us. Don't
Perfect.
worry.
Perfect. So, as a little bit mentioned a bit earlier on, so I'm from the University of Sunderland International Office. So on kind of today's kind of talk or roadmap, as I like to always talk about any presentations I conduct, kind of we're going to talk about kind of the beginning of your journey. So I'm actually going to talk to you about my journey to actually studying at the University of Sunderland, because I not only know obviously work for the university, but I formerly studied as well at the University of Sunderland. So that gives me a really good insight into maybe some of the kind of concerns or some of the questions you might have as students, because I've studied at the university as well. And now I work for the university in total. In terms of then, we're going to have a little bit of a pit stop. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the University of Sunderland. So what we're all about, what's kind of involved, why we are quite renowned across the UK and the world. And then I'm going to talk about your journey to the University of Sunderland and kind of why you should study with us at the University of Sunderland. A little bit about the different programs, a little bit about kind of the teaching assessments, how you will be assessed on the program, and then the final route home is we're going to kind of just summarize kind of the talk, and then at the very end, if there is kind of questions or any kind of comments, obviously I'm very happy to answer them as best as I possibly can at the very end. So, with the University of Sunderland, we have this fantastic and historical relationship with MDIS in Tashkent, where you will be able to study the University of Sunderland program, but at MDIS Tashkent. So the programs we're going to be talking about a little bit later on today is our BA On's Accounting and Finance, our BA On's Business and Financial Management, our BA On's Business and Management, our BA On's Business and Marketing Management, and our BA On's Fashion Product and Promotion. And we do also offer the Master of Business Administration, or MBA, also at MDIS Tashkent. It's a relationship that we've had with this institution for a number of years now, and it's something that we will flourish and continue to have for many more years to come. So a little bit later on, I'm going to be talking to you about the particular programs involved. But you might be wondering, so you did very well to pronounce my surname. Even in the UK, people cannot pronounce my surname 100% correctly. So it's Ivan Lehane or Ivan. I know sometimes my first name is quite Eastern European or Central Asian or origins, but my surname is Irish because I am originally from the Republic of Ireland. So like yourselves, I studied originally from Ireland, studied in Ireland, and then I had an opportunity to study over at the University of Sunderland in the UK. I didn't have a clue or did not know anything about the University of Sunderland. I knew about the football team or the soccer team in Sunderland, but I did not know anything about the university, the city, or anything like that. And that's where kind of my journey started at the University of Sunderland. So it started in 2010. Now I know you're all thinking, Ivan, you don't look that old on this video call, and you are correct. You're all my favorite. You're all my favorite people now. As I mentioned, started in 2010, and I studied a BA on it's what is now known as a media production, but at the time it was called radio. So specializing in radio, in presenting, producing, making documentaries. That was kind of my background. Now, as I mentioned a bit earlier on, I wasn't sure about making the right decision to study at the University of Sunderland because I didn't know a lot about it. But what happened to me was I had someone from the university pretty much do a similar type of talk to me about the university. It made me gather interest. I did a little bit of research, and then the research just proved that the University of Sunderland was something that was really, really good for me. You will be able to see with the top photograph that was a team I was involved with while studying at the university's Gaelic football team, and we ended up being European champions in our particular area of field as well. So that is a very muddy picture of us celebrating after winning the final. But my journey after university, I worked in the radio industry for 4 years. I've had kind of national and international success. The photograph on the bottom right of your screens is me being awarded for Best International Student Radio Station in the World in New York. So I got to go to New York to collect the prize on behalf of the university. So that's where kind of my journey began. But I wouldn't have had any of those opportunities if it wasn't for the University of Sunderland. So that is why I wanted to give back. So my pit stop was I wanted to go and kind of give back to the university that changed my life. So I joined the university back in 2015, and I've been there ever since. I'm shortly coming up to my 6-year anniversary working at the University of Sunderland. As mentioned a bit earlier on, I kind of oversee the recruitment and marketing for the kind of the Central Asia region, along with a host of other different regions. So kind of my job is to kind of promote and advertise how great we are as a university, and to encourage you to study at MDIS Tashkent, but study our University of Sunderland's courses. What I want to do, and it's kind of my mantra, which I use at the beginning of every year, is I want to turn kind of your passion into a career, because that's what I did. I loved my particular area expertise, and I turned it into a career. And that is what I want to achieve. And I think you can achieve this with the University of Sunderland and MDIS Tashkent by studying one of our courses. Now, a little bit, it's important to know what you will be joining in terms of a university and in terms of an institution. Because yes, you might feel because you're studying at MDIS Tashkent, you're not a University of Sunderland student. Get that mind and get that image out of your head. You are a University of Sunderland student. You're just studying at a different campus location at MDIS Tashkent. In terms of physical campus locations that we currently own, so we do have three campuses. So I am based in our main campus, which is in Sunderland, which is in the northeast of England. We do have a campus though in London, and we do have a campus in Hong Kong. This will give you kind of geographically where we're located in the UK and where you're part of. So Sunderland, as I mentioned, is in the northeast of England, a coastal city. Population is about 170,000 people. And then we have a campus in London, which we all know population is over 10 million people, capital city, vibrant, fantastic, lots of things to do. So it's really great to know that you will be part of an institution that has multiple campus locations across the UK. You will be one of 20,000 students studying with the University of Sunderland. We have about 7 to 8,000 in Sunderland, 2 to 3,000 in London, 1,000 in Hong Kong. And then the rest of the 9,000, including you, will be studying at our institutional partners worldwide. So obviously you are studying in MDIS Tashkent. We do have partners in MDIS in Singapore, the home campus. We also have partners in Myanmar, in Jamaica, in Turkey. So we have the benefit of that is that you have a global feel to the university. So all of your academics will be all internationally renowned. So you will get great experience of being able to kind of study with the University of Sunderland. And then these are just some kind of photographs of our campuses in Sunderland. So the city campus, based right in the heart of the city centre, and the Sir Tau Cowie campus at St. Peter's as well. You might be quite interested to know that as a university, we offer 139 undergraduate honours programs. That's a lot of courses. However, what's important for you to understand is you will be part of the faculty of business, law, and tourism if you're studying our business course, or arts and creative industries if you're studying the fashion. You might be wondering why is that important to know? Simply down to the rivalry we have within the university, that each faculty competes with itself a little bit in terms of its kind of its honours as such. So you will be part of the faculty of business, law, and tourism. Now, what's important to know about the university is it's not just me kind of saying how great we are. We have been recognised in a number of different awards. The very most recent one is University of the Year for Social Inclusion. Now, you might be wondering, what is social inclusion? I've never heard of it before. The social inclusion is, as a university, what I noticed when I was a student was just how welcoming and how open it was to people from all different backgrounds and cultures. I was the very first in my whole family to go to university. And we have cultures and religions from all across the world studying with us. And it's something that it's at the forefront of our university. So much so that we've been awarded by the Times and the Sunday Times as University of the Year for Social Inclusion. So that's a fantastic award to be recognized. We are ranked, our business courses are ranked 4th in the UK for its assessments, 2nd in the UK for its retention and progression, and 3rd in the UK for its employability. Now, you might be wondering, 4th, is that really good, Ivan? When you consider there's about 131 universities across the UK, being ranked kind of within the top 5 in a number of different areas is something that's very, very impressive for us as well. And finally, you may be wondering who's this lady in the corner. So some of you may not recognize Emily Sandé. Emily Sandé is a professional singer and activist. She is the Chancellor of the University of Sunderland. So she is the woman who will oversee the whole kind of university award ceremonies and everything else. So it's really cool to have someone as famous, as popular as her, as our Chancellor of the university. Now, students who finish studying with us, including students at MDIS Tashkent, go into a wide range of different jobs and institutions worldwide. These are just some who've worked for kind of Nestle, Abercrombie and Finch, the designer. We have international rugby and footballers who've studied with us. People who work for the BBC. And where do they go? Literally across the world. We have alumni from in Australia, Austria, Thailand, Canada, right across the world. So it's fantastic to see, and we're something that we're really, really proud of our students across the world, and that includes you studying at MDIS in Tashkent. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, these are kind of the types of programs that you will be able to study with the University of Sunderland. Our BA On's Accounting and Finance course has been a really long and popular choice for its kind of excellent career prospects. The course is really closely tied into real world professional requirements. So when you kind of successfully complete it, you be exempt from a number of different exam papers from 3 different professional accounting bodies if you were wanting to kind of go down the accounting route. Our BA On's Business and Financial Management course focuses on your professional and personal development through kind of cutting edge teaching and kind of really innovative kind of industry focused curriculum, because we want to teach you modules that you will actually use in your life. I don't know about any of you, but I know when I was studying in high school or secondary school, I studied some subjects where I was thinking, I will never use this in my real life or in my professional life. But with all of our courses at the University of Sunderland, we try to teach you modules that you will actually use in your day-to-day professional life. Our BA Business and Financial Management course focuses on specialist modules, which include kind of financial accounting, management accounting, business finance, financial management, strategic management, international financial reporting. So there's a really good kind of wide range of modules on that particular route that you'll be able to study. Our business and marketing management course, a management marketing management course, is a great kind of focus on skills and knowledge related to marketing, so such as kind of marketing management, planning and strategic communications, internet marketing. Because if you look at any business, any kind of medium to upper level business across the world, everyone has a marketing aspect of the business. So kind of, as you will notice in particular during the pandemic, online marketing has become even more and more important for businesses. And this is where this particular kind of course is perfectly suited to people who are wanting the kind of the focus their kind of career paths down the marketing route. The kind of the final course that I will talk about briefly is the kind of the fashion product and promotion course. So if you're kind of unsure whether if design is for you or fashion promotion is for you, well, then this perfect course is suited for you, because this course combines the 2 different elements into one area, which will give you a foundation to be able to praise and practice with kind of in the industry as such. We do also offer, if you do decide to study an undergraduate course with MDIS Tashkent, you do have an opportunity then, once you've finished your studying, you will be able to an opportunity to study our Masters of Business Administration, or MBA, which is recognized right across the world as well. Now, you might be wondering, Ivan, that sounds absolutely fantastic, but what's the study mode like? What's the assessment like? Well, so traditionally for our BA On's Accounting and Finance program, it's a mixture between assessment and exam based. But as we're all well aware, due to the kind of COVID-19 pandemic, That particular program at the moment will now be studied at a coursework basis only. This is subject to change, however, as we hopefully will be coming out of the pandemic and we will be coming back to kind of some sort of normality. That particular program will revert back to assignments and exams, but at the moment it's just kind of assignment basis at the minute. The other courses which I talked about a little bit earlier on, all these courses are work assessments. Now you might be wondering kind of what's a work assessment? You might notice something different. Well, an example of kind of coursework assessment is like an essay style question. So you will be given a particular brief of a question or an area, and then you will need to write a number of words to fit in within that briefing as such. That's what we would classify as a work assessment, SI style question. That's the way I used to have to do it. Don't get me wrong, my strong encouragement would be do not leave it to the night before to do the assignment because you panic, you quickly type. But some people do that, and it's something that I know sometimes happens. I think the key to remember, though, about everything I'm talking about today is that you are studying, or you will be studying, a UK degree, which is recognized worldwide. My degree previously, I worked in United States of America. I worked in California for summer. The minute they saw me having a UK classification degree, straight away, it prevented any hassle or any problems I've ever was due to have or experience. So it's really important to understand the power of having a UK degree worldwide because it's recognized and it's kind of the benchmark of qualifications worldwide is having a UK classification degree. Now, you do have an opportunity to study in the UK, so it's important to understand that if you are wanting to study in the UK, you can do this. What I would strongly encourage you to do is to study your undergraduate courses with MDIS Tashkent. And if you wish, you can study a master course within the UK. You would be eligible to receive a 20% discount on your tuition fees in the UK. However, it's important to understand that tuition fees in the UK are considerably higher than they will be at MDIS Tashkent. Your average tuition fees in the UK for a master's degree will be anything from £12,000 to £14,000. Undergraduate degree is about £11,000. So straight away, you are at an advantage by studying our course at MDIS Tashkent, by studying the course in Tashkent, and then continuing to study an MBA with MDIS Tashkent. It's a considerably a lot more affordable than to study within the UK. However, we understand you may want to experience that maybe 1 year of studying in the UK at the University of Sunderland, and we fully appreciate that. And that is why we offer a 20% discount on your tuition fees in the UK as well. But like I have kind of mentioned a bit earlier on, I would strongly encourage you to study your undergraduate as a minimum at MDIS Tashkent. Now, you may want to see what the University of Sunderland is all about, but you can't visit us because of this horrible pandemic that we're all experiencing at the moment. If you want to see us, but you can't come to see us, why not check out our virtual tour? So all you need to do is type into any of your search browsers, University of Sunderland virtual tour. This will give you a virtual tour of all of our amazing facilities, all the amazing areas in the city itself, to be able to get a kind of a feel of the university that you're now going to be part of by studying with us at the University of Sunderland. It's something, as I mentioned at the very beginning of my presentation, it was something that I wasn't necessarily 100% about studying with the University of Sunderland. But for me, it's changed my life, and it's been the best decision I've ever made my entire life by studying at the University of Sunderland. It's opened so many doors, so many opportunities for me to get the experience and to speak with world-renowned academics at the university that it's now, I feel in my part, it's my time to give back to the university that gave me so much. Before I'm going to hand over to kind of any comments or any questions or anything like that, I have my details on the screen. So at the University of Sunderland, one thing you will hopefully notice with any interactions you have with the university is we want to help. We are not the largest university in the UK at all. And I'll be 100% honest with you, we're not. We're not the very biggest. However, the benefit of that is we can give a lot more guidance and a lot more one-to-one help for any students who require any further assistance from us. So that is why I'm very happy for you to take down my email address today, or my WhatsApp work number. So if you have any kind of questions at all about the University of Sunderland, I'm very happy to help and answer any questions that you may have. I will put a little caveat on the number section. If you decide to send me a WhatsApp message, please be aware of the time difference. I won't be able to answer your message at 6 a.m. or 12 midnight because I will be very fast asleep. But if you contact me anytime between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. UK time, I will do my very best to answer any concerns or any questions that you will have.